Yeah, what up, man? JesusChristDiamondKrystal, JakariusDeontréPouncy, AdviceLoveLordKing, CinderellaDavidSon. Yeah, man. I came on here to tell y'all about the dream that I had. This experience, honestly, I had this dream like when I was a kid, right? And then I had it again in my older stages of being a kid. Like, I think I was a preteen when I had it the second time. I was probably been like 3, 4, about 5 years old. In between 3 and 5 years old when I had it the first time. And yeah, I just recently had one, probably like in the beginning of this year, right? And I had gave my life to the Lord like July 16, 2022. That's an experience I can tell y'all, but like my spiritual experience, like when I gave my life to the Lord, like I'm gonna walk y'all through it a little in a later video, not this video. This not what I'm catering this video to. No, I'm not about to do that. This video is mainly about this dream of falling from the sky. I know a lot of y'all done heard of it, heard of this anomaly or whatever you want to call it, but and this is my experience from that. Is like, so boom, I'm falling from the I'm falling from the sky in my dream, right? All of a sudden it's like a light. It was like a bright light, and when it came, everything went black, right? It was just darkness. I couldn't see anything. Like, I couldn't see anything. I couldn't even see I couldn't see anything, right? And then that's when that bright light came back. You know, it came back. It came back. It did, and it formed. That light had formed into an angel. It did. Like, it was like a speck of light, like a gliss, like a star. Like when you look up and see the stars, and like it was like a star. Ping. And then it was just like it just revealed itself. It just came out of it, like it just transformed into an angel, right? And this is that dream. All right. So, but it wasn't a dream. It's not a dream. It was really going on. All right. So look, check it out. So what came to understanding, what I grew to understand, and like just from that moment, I realized it was an illusion that God placed over me. He placed over me to have it seem like I'm falling from the sky, when the whole time I was in bondage. The whole time I'm not even falling. I'm just chained. I'm like this, chained, like in every way I could. In like from my wrist, my ankles, my fingers, everything was chained. Everything had a chain to it. I'm talking about everything, you know. And the change, the bondage was actually from generational curses, from generational curses. That bondage that my family being on, like I had took out pretty much. I took it all on, like they burdens, all of it was casted upon me, and spiritually, because this is what I had agreed to, and this is what I agreed to. This is what I've been training for lifetimes for. But anyways, so check it out. Yeah, God will awaken you to who you really are. He will help you remember who you really are in the spirit, like honestly. And for real, there's a lot of stuff that He revealed to you that goes beyond what's in that Bible. He did. For real. He will put you on game. And so check it out. This what happened. So now I realize, now I come to that realization, it was an illusion that protect me. But you know, He knowing the person I am, He knowing, because He created me, He knowing who I am. He knew I was gonna, you know, I always had that subconsciously. That always been a question that I had asked. Like, I wonder what. And then, you know, different people throughout my life, I just hear, like, I always find myself searching, like, on like YouTube, to see other people react, like other people, like if they had experiences and what they get from it, what they receive from it, you know, and I even went to like the spiritual book of dreams, things like that, and they didn't have what I experienced. They didn't have this. They didn't have this. Nobody, nowhere, no source. There was no source ever that revealed this to me except the source himself, God, my dad. I'm telling you, for real. Jesus Christ, my Father God. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. So look, check it out. All right, now. So that's all. That's all. I mean, and then like you have to understand. They say I was in July, right? 16, 2022. I gave my life to the Lord. This when I had this dream was back in like February, like January. It was like January, bro. When I had this dream, like January when I had a dream, like January, February, bro. I ain't want to lie to you. Now I know it was within that time frame. I should have wrote it down, like for real. But anyways, it was like January, February, right? And I actually did write it down, but I don't think I wrote the date down with it. But anyways, it's like January, February, when I had this dream, right? And I gave my life to the Lord July 16th of last year, 2022. So just listen. Just listen. You think when you give your life to the Lord, right? You think it's just over. You think it's gonna be sweet. You think you still ain't bonded to certain things. You still think it's stuff you don't have to be free from. You might think you know what I'm saying? You a free spirit out here now. You a free spirit now that you saved. That you know is I was still bonded. Just know I was still bonded to a lot of things that from my family, from what they put on us, from the decision that they made in life. You know, they want to do witchcraft and curse, and people wanting to curse them and all type of stuff. I don't know, these for over 1,000 years ago. You know what I'm saying? That was still continuing on. You know, this is what I was dealing with. You know, so anyways, and I defeated the spirit. I defeated the principality. You did. It actually revealed him. He came to me after I beat him. Like I can tell you how the whole thing went. I got video. I got some content recording that explain that pretty much on how he looked and everything. I definitely will like this and subscribe to this if you would like to see that, and you would like to get the description of the demonic entity that I defeated, this principality, and the information that I had received from him, and just a lot of clarity and information that I have received through, you know what I'm saying, defeating him, like just beating him. And I mean beat him. I can describe how the beating was too, like God, like I can describe how the beating was too. And it's another fight, like I can tell you how another fight went too. It's like spiritual fights. I been in spiritual fights. I ain't talking about just you praying and no. I literally got to experience and see and feel like me, like how I feel it in my flesh. How I feel how I can touch this brick right here, the pillow brick right here. Same way I was feeling it in the spirit, like for real. Same way I can, and I was in there, like I was in it, like in a spiritual feel, like fighting for real, like no cap. My spirit, who I am, on the inside, my spirit man, like, and God allowed me to, like, I don't know, like people ain't experienced what I've experienced, you know. People ain't experienced what I have experienced. Like I know there may be people who have. I haven't seen anybody go on a sword. Anyway, I haven't seen nobody on Facebook. I haven't seen nobody on YouTube. I haven't seen anybody on these social media platforms. I haven't seen it in a book of dreams. I haven't seen it nowhere, bro. Nowhere. Not even in the ancient tablets and the ancient scrolls and nothing. I haven't seen this. This is like a one-time thing that ever happened in life to one person on this planet. And you're looking at them. Honestly, like for real, let me tell you. Until somebody tell me different, but for real, we can. And if you then you supposed to be locking in, or you probably want to fighting or something. For real. And what's up? Y'all drag you again? I ain't playing. For real. But nah, like seriously. But anyways, back to this dream, man. Falling, like for real, I was falling from the sky, bro, and I realized that was an illusion. I woke up I realized that was an illusion that God placed over me, you know, because I was like, he placed over me, and like to and opened my eyes to what it really was, and that was me being in bondage. I was locked, and it was an angel of God that came and freed me out of it. He rescued me. It wasn't like, and I was working towards, and he knew how bad I was working towards it, but I was blocked because I was fighting spiritual warfare since a kid. Like, I was even battling my mama. If you in spiritual warfare with your mom, if your mom working with practitioners and tarot readers, your mother, the person who know all your fears, the person you tell your biggest fears to, who knows your weaknesses, who I'm talking about, you told everything, and ever since, every little thing that you ever told her, she took it, documented it. She took it, documented it, and tried to use it against me in the spirit because she envied the calling that God had over my life. And this is really real. Like, really real. It was a principality that I was dealing with, and inside of her, and she was just, and she was an evangelist for God, like a minister. She used to preach and everything, but she was doing witchcraft. After she leave that church, after she rock a church out the Percocets, for real, she'll rock the church out perks, for real, and get to working with everybody's emotions and stuff like that, you know, cause I ain't gonna lie, she was like, for real, she was like that in the spirit. She was like that, you know. And but anyways, she'll come home. She'll come home and she'll do things. She took me to a tarot reader when I was a kid. What preacher take their child to a tarot reader? Took me to a tarot reader to do a destiny swap, to try to swap me and they try to do a destiny swap, for real, for me and they being, it's a lot. So anyways, the destiny swap, okay, this is like a Mandela effect. If y'all ever heard of the Mandela effect, pretty much it's like this, say, right, this what happened. All right, so I was reading Kool-Aid packs, and I was reading ever since a baby, like a freaking 2 years old. 1 year old, I can read. You know what I'm saying? 1 year old, I can read. 2 years old, I can read. How's a 1 year old can read? You know, how is a 1 year old can read? What? He's a 1 year old. He's reading. All right, so this what it is. She was telling me that, okay, that wasn't you. She told me that it wasn't me who read it. Instead she said it was my brother, my next to oldest brother, who was the one reading the Kool-Aid packs. It might sound different. It might sound to y'all. It might sound, because y'all spiritually you don't know what's going on. It's a destiny swap you're trying to do. You're trying to, like, honestly. So she convinced it was him. She convinced him that he was me. Something he did, like, that's like a spiritual DNA swap, like a spiritual, that's something that I did. That's a signature punch that I left in the Akashic Records. That was my light code. That was like my light punch. You did. And she tried to say it was his light punch. So she pretty much tried to swap it, and pretty much like try to swap it. She tried to swap it. And it's a lot. Like, okay, it's like pretty much, okay, if that's too, cause that it's deep, like it's deep, and like the average person ain't going, but I don't care. This ain't for the average person. This for the carnivores, the meat eaters. It did, for real. Yeah. And the horn blowing right now, and the train blowing right now. Gabrielle, hey, he sound that horn, for real. But anyways, yeah, man. So this is another one for you. All right. Say. I'm just gonna throw one out there. Say one day. Say one day you a kid, right? And then you just did something. Say you just did some telekinesis or something. Say you just for real, I don't even care. Say you just made something move with your mind as a kid, and they walked in on you doing it. Like, what the what in the world going on? They walked in the room to a lot of stuff flying around in the room, and you sitting there making it, and they like, what the world? And you being the one doing it. And then they keep that from you. Like keep that from you. Like, okay, by saying like, oh, it was him, it was your brother who was doing it, or it was your cousin that was doing it. We walked into your cousin and walked in the room to your cousin. It was just stuff flying all around the room and stuff, and he just sitting there joking. And we noticed as he were playing with the toys, stuff was just, he was bending space and he was bending time and he was making stuff move. You did. He was just making stuff move. It seemed like when he did this, everything was just right there with him. Everything moved right there with him, and we just for real. And then they say, so that was you, but they telling you that it was him. So growing up, he actually believed it was him now. Growing up all his life, he actually believed that was him. And that's something like, he actually believed that was him. And now I believe that was him and not me. It's like identity theft or something. Like anyway, so I believe it was him and not me, because this is what they told me. So now I'm thinking that he's something special. He's this. He's so old. I'm supposed to be praising him. I'm supposed to be at his feet when the whole time, and everybody knowing it was me that was doing it. Everybody knew, but me. You did. So that's just, you know what I'm saying? It's what? Why would you? What? So just think. You thinking that somebody else capable of everything that you are, when all of them just using that energy, using all that. They got this little, using your energy. She had a statue in this house with red ruby eyes. Had a statue in this house with red ruby eyes, and that thing I used to see energy waves coming out of just boom, boom. And I didn't know you could take the rubies out the eye. I didn't know she had it where you could take them out and she would take it to the plate. Like, bruh, she was taking me to this tarot reader and all this stuff. Like, for real. She had us place our hands on this crystal ball. She had us place our hands on this crystal ball, bro. Like, how you see in movies, man, it's real, bro. Real. So the little reading the Kool-Aid pads, that wasn't enough. That wasn't in, and you know, the magic room, the little story, that wasn't enough. Cause I was still doing stuff, and they were like, well, how I'm doing stuff and you're not. You're supposed to be the one doing this, but I'm doing this. I find me doing it and you're not. And the moment I catch on, they're like, oh no, we gotta shred his memories. We gotta make him forget. So I was battling with my mom, being the one doing witchcraft on me ever since a kid. Like, I'm talking about heavy spell work. So it's like, and I had no idea. Until God revealed this to me, like July 16th, bro. It been plenty of times, like. But anyways, man, like I say, I got other videos and stuff like that. But I was just giving y'all a little piece of that. A piece of that experience, just to let y'all know, where a lot of this bondage and change, you know what I'm saying, from for what was fed to my subconscious, you know, mind, since a child, you know, from everything that my mom them told you. So, because as a kid, you're going to trust and you're going to believe everything that your mama tell you. You're going to trust and believe because you're going to think she got your heart and best interest, and because she your mother. You would never ever think that she'll be the one that's doing witchcraft on you. You would never think that she being the one, and especially when she's in the church. She's an active minister, evangelist, supposed to be for God, the kingdom of lights, the kingdom of God, but she doing it for the devil, the kingdom of darkness, doing it for her own, to cater to her ego, to cater to her pride, you know. And she seen that because from a kid, you could tell what a kid gonna be. You could tell they're gonna be amazing, an amazing person or not from the kid, since a child. And I always been a child, like, I always been a child that everybody always came to. Everybody, like, I always been a child ever since, like, I always was so understanding. Since, like, I always being the one, not even just being understanding. It's just like, just my aura, period. Like since a kid, like everybody always just gravitate towards me, and like when my uncle used to take me with him all the time when I was a kid, like he used to take me with him all the time, and he realized he got more girls when he was with me. It was like, cause with the energy that I have, the aura that's inside, the spirit that's inside of me, and who I am, you know what I'm saying, who God is within me, you know what I'm saying. And it's like this angelic presence that I embody, you know, this goddess that I embody is what everybody who was, you know, that was what they were drawn to spiritually. They were drawn to it, and it bought him more girls. It got him more look. He was getting more money when I was with him and everything, and you know, he had me more than my people, because I was just that lucky. You know what I'm saying? I was just that lucky baby. I was like his lucky charm. And then my mama seen that too when she was pregnant with me, because she done had 5 kids and she had a miscarriage. So anyways, she, through her pregnancy, she ain't like, when she was pregnant with me, it was like, when she was pregnant with me, because this was revealed to me, when she was pregnant with me, everybody was just so, she was getting all the attention, like, oh, you so beautiful, oh, you so pretty, oh, you just glowing, oh, your baby going, you know, and people, she just got this, that she didn't get experience. She had this experience, with me when she was pregnant with me, that she never had with the 2 before me and the 2 that's after me. It's 5 kids on the middle, baby, for real. The middle child, for real. But anyways, the middle finger, for real, on the centerpiece. For real. And, for real. But anyway, so, check it out. So, she already knew from then, from the pregnancies, and you know what I'm saying, from the thing, she couldn't do certain things when she was pregnant with me. Like, it wouldn't allow her to. I gave her hell because she wanted to, you know, she wanted to do certain things that she was doing with the other kids, but she couldn't do that with me. Like when she was pregnant with the other kids, she was doing what she was doing, you know, but she couldn't do that with me. And she realized, and from that she already knew. And then from the attention that I used to get, and then I was reading at an early age. I used to write at an early age, doing music at an early age, since Blenheim Head Start, primary school. And she wanted to be a poet. She wanted to be like a poet. She thought she was like Janet Jackson and Poetic Justice or something. Poetic Justice. You know what I'm saying? She wanted to do poetry and all type of stuff. And she just wanted to be like, you know, and she seen me, I'm having the potential to do it. And instead of encourage me, and instead of motivating me, instead of supporting me, instead of like, and I'm a kid, like a child writing stories. When I say I wrote Shark Attack 1, Shark Attack 2, Shark Attack 3. I'm a kid, and I was doing Shark Attack Revolution, Shark Attack Revolution 2, and this was before I even seen the movies. I was a kid, like I'm 27, 96, baby. But anyways, before I even seen the movies, before I laid eyes on the movie, bro, I lie to you not, I was writing Shark Attack. Like before I even knew about a Jaws, or before I even knew or seen the movies, bro, I was writing Shark Adventures, like for real. And it was like, and I was including people that was in my school, who like my friends, and people who, you know, make fun of me and stuff. I put them inside it getting ate by sharks and stuff, bro. Like, and the storyline, and I had a storyline with it since a kid, like no cap. And my mom, I used to read it, and I used to write little songs about making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and I used to make songs about, you know. And she just was like, no, like, it was just like my natural, this what I'm gonna do in life. And she already knew this what God was gonna do. And she seen the influence that I had around all my classmates. Even the way the teachers has always been like, he has so much influence over these kids. They just do everything that he tell them to do. Everything that he do, they just follow and they listen. So if he come to class on his best behavior, maybe they will behave. Because when he come to class and he's showing off, everybody want to show off. But when he come and want to do work, everybody be in a working mode. And everybody want to study. Everybody want to participate now that he want to participate. But when he don't, they just like, it's chaotic. It's freaking Jumanji. You know? They be going monkeys. So it's like, and that was crazy. And that was crazy to see how much influence that I had over my peers and like at an early age. So my mom already knew. So she was like, oh, hell nah. No, cause I got all these kids and I can't do this, I can't do that, and you know it's too late for me now. Y'all ain't gonna be able to do it. If I can't do it, you can't do it. If I can't do it, you can't do it. And that was her attitude. If I'm not doing it, you're not gonna do it. And I'm gonna do everything I can in my capability to make sure that I spiritually impair you. I'm gonna make sure you spiritually handicapped. I'm gonna make sure that you got the low self-esteem. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna treat you like nothing. And I was treated like the black sheep. I'm gonna ignore your feelings. I'm gonna ignore your emotions. I'm gonna make you feel like I'm gonna put you through hell. I'm gonna do witchcraft on. I'm gonna make sure all the love that come into your life, I'm gonna make sure that it break your heart. I'm gonna make sure every friend come into your life betray you with her witchcraft. I'm gonna make sure every person that you grow to love, I'm gonna make sure they just leave you alone. I'm gonna make sure they just abandon you. And that's what she was doing in the spirit. So that was the type of lifestyle I had. I ain't got no friends. And I was popular. I'm talking about popular. I'm talking about famous. You might always say like famous. Like everywhere I went, ever since a kid, bro, even if people ain't know me, bro, they always came and wanted to know me. And I always just being cool with everybody. Since elementary school, I've been rocking with people in high school who I didn't even know. Rocking with people from different middle schools. You know, cause I'm from like Bennisfield, South Carolina, whatever, Marlboro County, whatever. But I was cool with people that were going to Florence. I'm cool with people like just going to Rockham schools. I'm cool with different people, you know, that were going to Hammond. I'm cool with different people, you know, from different schools at a young age. And I always, you know, and it's like I can never keep a connection. Every connection that I can never keep a connection. Like when I can never keep a connection, a solid, I never could keep a connection. Since a kid, like all my, I used to journal. I used to journal, like, write like journals and stuff, like not only just write poetry, but I used to write journals, like therapeutic. I used to write how I was feeling, the emotions I was feeling, and you know, and things I was going through at home and how it was making me feel, what my mom did to me and what my dad did to me, the things I was going through with my brothers, the things I was going through, you know, everywhere. I just used to write it down as a child. I'm like 5-6 years old doing this. So they took my journals. They took my journals when I was a kid. I was in second grade when they did it. They took all my journals because they started reading my stuff. They took all my journals and burned them from a kid. They took all my journals and burned them. And I'm talking about I had well over 100. I know I had over 100 like just things that I documented when I was a child. Like during that age, I just was like every day, nonstop. Sometimes 3-4 times a day, I'll just be writing and drawing. So they burnt all of that up. So it was like that was my history, you know. And that was something I go back to. I didn't know I was doing this when I was a kid, but that was gonna be something I go back to and read when I grow older, like elementary, like cause that was from primary school. And Blender Head Start primary school. So when I got to elementary school, you know, it was going to be automatic for me to go back and read my stuff from the last school I was going to. Now I graduated and going to elementary school because I want to make sure, like my friends who I meet, and stuff, I want to make sure I remember everything, remember how I met you, what you had on and stuff like that. And that's being the kid I was. And they burnt everything. And they burnt everything. So when they did that to a child, I cried and stuff. Because you don't know, I didn't even know why I was crying. I just was crying. But I subconsciously, like my soul, my spirit, like was just crying because it knew. and then like, and then so even when I got to write my stories and stuff, like in elementary school, when I got to write my stories and stuff, all of a sudden, like, I have my stuff at home and like in my journals, and my journals will just go missing. My journals will just go missing, get thrown into my daddy come and just start throwing all my stuff in the trash, and take it outside and burn it on a pile. And this was all, everything I had, bro, they always destroyed it. So, and then when you try to express, and then when I went to express, like, no, that was, what I'm saying, I get a beating for it. Like, why y'all doing that? That's wrong. You don't supposed to be doing that. Why you doing that? That's wrong. That's my story. This is my life. You know what I'm saying? As a kid, this is my life. I wrote this because I got friends in there I wrote about. It's the stuff, you know what I'm saying? I got stories that I write about. It's, you know what I'm saying? I was passionate about it, and I got a beating for them. I got a beating for it was standing up. Like, why y'all burning my stuff? I ain't do nothing to y'all. Y'all burning my stuff. Why y'all doing this? Y'all don't burn they stuff. Y'all don't burn my brother's stuff. Y'all don't destroy their stuff, but you destroy mine. He got all these gangster drawings and of SpongeBob with red bandanas, and and they draw shoes like Jordans off the Jordan cars. They drawing shoes and stuff, and drawing cars and stuff like with rims and stuff. But when I get to drawing stuff, y'all don't throw their stuff away. But y'all come in my room, y'all come and get my stuff. Everything that I draw and write, y'all get my stuff and just burn it. Maybe they probably wasn't even drawing until they seen me do it, and I inspired them to draw. And then they realized, ooh, we kind of good at it, for all I know. And every time they see my stuff, how can he draw better than me? How can he write better than me? How can he do this better? And he younger than me. I'm 4 years older than him. I'm 3 years older than him, and I'm 4 years older than him. And he draw better than us. He dance, he sing, he rap. How he do all of this? How he get all these stuff, Mom? How y'all made him so good? How y'all made him so? And that was just it. That was my life. And then I get beat everywhere. Like, bro, like real, bro, I went through the most abuse, bro, like by my family, and not only from my mom and dad, like from my not only from my immediate family, both sides of my family, like my grandma, to my grandmas, to my grandmas, to my first cousins, to my aunts, my uncles. I'm a kid, and I go into the house and they roasting me. I'm talking about I'm a kid, like 4 years old, and they on me about my Moses sandals. And hurting my feelings, and y'all see I hurting my feelings, and then I tell my mama, and I look at my mama look at me, and then with a little grin, like, yeah, ha 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 ha. I'm like, Mom, they hurting my feelings, so I go and tell my mom. I used to tell my mama and stuff like that, when we leaving and stuff. I like, man, you laughing with them, and you see it hurt my feelings. Why you do that? I'm a kid, like 5 years old. Why you doing this? You see it hurt me. You see it crying me. You see it hurt my feelings. You see it making me cry. And you going to sit and they laugh with them. You my mama. That's wrong. And no care. I think God used to speak through me, bro, at a young age. That was God speaking through me. And telling my mama about herself. Through her child. Like, what are you doing? You supposed to be a woman of God. You supposed to be a preacher. You don't supposed to be doing this. You supposed to be an evangelist. You don't supposed to be doing all this you got going on right now. Like, who does their child like this? You don't do the rest of them kids like that. You ain't stand up for your child. You ain't even stand up for yourself. So it's a lot. I went through it. It's like I had went through a lot, and went through a lot as a child. And yeah, you might see I'm just transparent. Like, no cap. I'm not like I'm just transparent. So it's like, so the emotions, like the reactions, like it's like as I speak on everything, it's like it's like I'm in that moment. Like every time I say, like, I'm seeing my stuff being burnt. As I tell you, my stuff getting burnt. I'm seeing me write my stuff, and then for all of it to be burnt. I'm seeing all this as I speak. You did. So it's like, so it's just like, dang, that just messed up. But it's not like it's not like it's not anything like I'm like bitter about anything, because I know all that was, it made me who I am today, you know. And I'm happy, and I'm really happy with who I am. Like, I'm pleased with I'm just pleased with who I am. I'm just satisfied with, you know what I'm saying, who I am and who I became. You did. And I'm just more content and just staying and growing and growing and growing, because there's a lot of things I didn't remember from a child. It's a lot of things I didn't remember from a child, just from my mama, like witchcraft and her trying to delete my memories in the spirit. Like, so it's a lot, bruh. It's a lot. But anyways, yeah, from all of that, so all that come into play, all that do come into play, because it's like everything that I from now, so the bondage didn't only come from my ancestors and what they were going through for over 1,000 years. It came from like my childhood, what I experienced, what they were feeding my subconscious. There was bondage. There was them ideals. I was chained to them ideals. I was chained to that the way that I used to think about myself. I didn't, you know what I'm saying, used to think about myself like from the way that they try to make me feel. Like, oh, you can't rap, you can't sing, you can't write. Everything that I could do and was good at it, they told me that I couldn't do it, and I couldn't do it. And and I was a child. They always told me, you ain't gonna be nothing but a crackhead. You ain't gonna be nothing but just hooked on drugs and an alcoholic. And I'm 5 years old. Who does that? I'm 3 years old, 4 years old, and my people and my mama telling me stuff like this. So what you feed a child subconscious from 0 to 5 years old, they're gonna wind up doing. And then plus the environment I grew up in, it was like the trap house. Like my grandma's house, been the trap house, been on the news from the helicopter dropping down from a lot of drug, criminal activity and gang violence and stuff like that. Cause she had a club her husband had a club in the backyard, a strip club in the backyard with a basketball court behind that. So it's a lot. But anyways, yeah, so that's what so it's a lot that actually came. It was a lot of bondage. I still had to be set free from. Even though I gave my life to the Lord July 16, 2022, I'm still freeing myself from a lot. It's still stuff that I wasn't even aware that I was chained to and bonded to, you know, just from, you know, my memories being played with, you know, my memory faculty being played with. They're going into my memory files in my head. Like when I was a kid, how they used to go in my memory files, and push them through the shredder. Take my files and push them through the shredder. Like my memory files, like for real. It's just pushing through the shredder. With my connections, the people made me forget how I meet people. Like, bro, like it's like I can just meet you. I'm a kid. I can just meet you and something like that, and we cool. I bring you to my mama. Like, oh, I made a new friend and stuff like that. Blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, now we in a different, now it's like all the emotions that came with, you know, with me experiencing you for the first time. It's like being a friend. It's like all the emotions left. And you know, your emotions holds memory. Your memories are held in your emotions. So it's like when I ain't had no feeling when I seen them. So it's like when I ain't had no feeling when I seen you, it's like I ain't never experienced you before in my life. Like I never experienced you before in my life. So it's like me meeting you all over again. And then eventually through that conversation, through that, you know, through that conversation, through the time we spend, now you bringing stuff to my memory, and you triggering my memory back. You jogging my memory. Okay, boom. So you bringing my memory back through, you know, us just cool. And you be like, you remember this? And I'm like, huh? And then other people like my peers that'll be amongst the group, they'll be like, yeah. And then now I remember. Like, oh yeah, now it's just click. Yes, memory back. I just got a memory back. And I didn't know that was worth celebrating. Like, you having your memory is everything to be thankful for. And worth celebrating God for. People don't even thank God for even just being able to memorize things. Being able to retract memories. Retract experiences from way back when they was a kid. Be able to reminisce, go way back in memory lane. And they can remember like conversations they used to have at the dinner table and, you know, with their family or whatever. I don't care. Just period. I don't care if it was a rough memory. I don't care if it's a bad memory. Just thank God for your memory. Because that's something that was attacked heavily with mine, with me and who I am. There's a lot I don't even, and it's sad because it be kind of sad when you think about it. It's sad that they did it, and it's sad when you really think about it. Not saying I'm sad, but nah, it's just sad when you think about it. When it's sad to think like, dang, you don't even know, like, you trying to wipe this memory out when my memories are like, it's like threads. Everything is attached. Everything is attached. This one memory you trying to wipe out my head is attached to so much that led up into that. You know what I'm saying? It's attached to so much. So much. So you wiping that out. Now these is like that one memory will connect to so many different things. Now you wipe that out, that could kill the connections. You did can kill every thought, kill everything that led up into that moment happening that you wanted me to forget. Because what you was doing to me as a kid, from you taking me to tarot readers, from you taking me in a room and locking me in a room when I was a kid and trying to make me forget, you locking me in the rooms and stuff by myself. When I'm the only ones eating spaghetti and everybody else eating everything else, why get a whole thing of spaghetti myself? Why get a whole little pot of spaghetti just for me? And they eating everything else. But it's me, I'm forced to eat the spaghetti. How do they get to McDonald's and stuff like that and I gotta eat this spaghetti? And then my brother, the one who they tried to do the little Kool-Aid thing packs with, he always was jealous. How do he get the whole pot of spaghetti? He wanted everything they gave me. The things that they was feeding, he wanted it. But you didn't know what was going on. You ain't know what you was wanting. You ain't know what came with that pot of spaghetti. You ain't know what came with that. You ain't know the intentions that she had. You ain't know what she was putting in that pot. You didn't know the intentions that she had, bro. Like, even when we did eat the same foods, the thing is we can all eat out the same pot, bro, right now from somebody cook. But just because what somebody said over their food about one person that eat this plate, it just do harm to that one person and not anybody else who eating. Just because the intentions that they had set for that, not to harm anybody but this one particular person. That's how everybody can eat out of one pot, bro. And one person just get sick from it. One person get food poison from it, though. One person get, spiritual food poison from it. Just from the intentions that people put into what they doing. It's the purpose that you give things, but yeah, man, I'm our King Cinderella, man. And I'm gonna upload this video. I don't care. I ain't recorded for no reason. I'm gonna upload it. For real, 'cause I ain't perfect. And then it's real. It's a lot of people that go through stuff like this, and a lot of people who wonder why, oh, I'm like about 30 years old, I ain't got no kids, I can't find no love in my life and stuff. And it can be your mama, it can be your dad, it can be your sister, it can be your brother, it can be your aunt working witchcraft, doing voodoo on you and stuff like that. You don't even know why you and your best friend just betrays you in the worst way. For what? You ain't do nothing wrong to this person, but they just did it to you out of from what? Under a spiritual influence that they had no control of, that they thought they was in control of, but no, they was influenced up under somebody else's influence, not even their own. There's a lot of people dead now just from that. There's a lot of people dead now. A lot of people homeless now just from that, being up under somebody else's influence. Spiritual. That's why God placed me here in this Bennisfield, South Carolina, bro. Cause it was wicked. All the spiritual witchcraft and stuff be going on. And I done tore them up. They all up under judgment now. They be trying to concoct pleas in the spirit and stuff. They all up under judgment now. And judgment falling on them. The whole Marlboro County and everybody who tied. Everybody who, every soul tied. They don't even, if they connect with somebody from New York, Florida, they in it too. And if they got anything, bro, it's like pretty much, it's like this. Like, y'all ever watch some CSI movies when they put one person like that, like the bulletin boards, and they be putting everything, I can't, like Sherlock Holmes or something. They be like, oh, this connected. You see how many, just through this one person, okay, he connected this person connected like 5, 10 different people, that person connected. So it's like a big web. And even celebrities like rock with some people that's from here, like do business with people that's from here. Like my cousins be really rocking with, you know, for real. Y'all don't even know, like, I ain't about to be, you know what I'm saying? They ain't like on the main scene, the main stage, but like they backstage with it, I always say. They backstage with it, I always say. But you know, the streets, you know, everybody connecting in the streets and stuff. And they got a mutual, you know, connection, that celebrity, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of stuff. It's just a lot of stuff, bro. From Georgia, people from Georgia, Florida, people from Memphis, Florida, Atlanta, everywhere, bro. Everywhere, like. So there's a lot of people that's connected to me. And just because I put these people under judgment, there's so many people that's under judgment now who I'm unaware of. People in Charlotte right now under judgment who I never seen a day in my life, just because they was with people that been attacking me in the spirit, that betrayed me for whatever reason, that been doing me wrong for no reason. Cause I'm God's child, bro, and I call judgment. I waking up to a God awaken me to who I am, and I call judgment. And there's a lot of people who attached to my life, bro. And there's you know how many people, just from you holding, if they never would have did that, bro, like, you got to understand, you never know how many lives, you know how many people are probably dead now just because they didn't have you know how much murder on these people's hands, on my mother's hands right now, that she don't even know. You know how much murder and blood is on her hands, and as well as with the other people. You know how much blood is on their hands and they don't even know. Just because they were trying to hold me back and fight me and trying to battle me in the spirit because they didn't want me to be successful in life. because they don't want me to do what God called me to do in life. And I was supposed to be in pop since a young age. Since like around mindless behavior, when they around the time they pop, I was supposed to be in pop. Like, no cap, for real, like for real. Not probably not on that scale, but eventually I was gonna, bro, like, I'm telling you, bro, it wasn't no way. And y'all about to see it. Like, I was gonna pop regardless, and y'all gonna see it. I was gonna pop regardless. I was supposed to pop regardless. I was supposed to be in pop since a kid. That was the life that I was supposed to that was the life that God wanted me to have from the work and that I had, not from my own work, just because he desired me to have it. And plus I labor for the favor that I have. You gotta put in labor for the favor, bro. I was supposed to have an easy life. For real. I was supposed to have an easy life. God even said it. I was supposed to have an easy life. I was supposed to live comfortably, easy life. I can't hear that you live a life. I was supposed to have an easy life. I was supposed to have an easy life. Just I was supposed to have a smooth. I'm talking, I'll be multi-million, bro. Be done help so many people in this world just because my heart is gold. I been help so many people, change so many people's lives. But just because they heal me, just because they try to keep me in a confined space, spiritually, they try to keep me captivated in prison. But spiritually, like, I went out to help be a blessing and free a lot of people the way God had intended me to at an early age, because they wanted to curse what God blessed. Because they wanted to play God in my life and be in control of my will. Had me thinking that I was like free. Had me thinking I was free. Like, I'm out here living life, like, for real, partying and stuff. And over time, that was pretty much in control. Like, the witchcraft, they was in control of so much things that was going on in my life. But God helped me all through it, and he kept me all the way through it. They, like, for real, but he let them do their thing, though. He let them do their thing. For him to get the glory out of it. But he let them do their thing, bro. Till he was like, you know what, it's enough. And he came to snatch me up. For real. He was like, yo, enough is enough. Enough is enough. They done tried to kill him for one last too many times. Let me go ahead and get him. But anyways, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here, man. Y'all have a blessed day and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm chilling right now. Outside, just relaxing, just giving y'all a piece of my life, man. For real. It's gonna be a lot of, like, people that look at this video, like, and when they see this video, I'm already gonna be in my testimony. Be living in exactly everything God promised me. From sheer obedience. Finally listening. Being obedient. And faith. All in his mercy, and I'm at his mercy. But by the time a lot of people see this video right here, I'm already gone. So it's necessary to record this, because this is just for future references. I'm gonna release it now. I'm gonna upload them and stuff. But for the people who they're gonna start doing their research, and then they're gonna find this video like, oh my God. There's no way him. Why would they do this to him? For real. And the people gonna be seeing it after I done changed so many people's lives. And I'm talking about put people in houses, cars. I'm talking about heal the blind, For real, make it heal the blind. For real. For real, for real. Turn water to wine. For real, bringing people. For real, coming through and letting God doing it through me, cause it ain't me. And God doing it through me. The presence of the Lord being with me that's causing this shift in this atmosphere. And that manifesting all these miracles before your eyes. All these magical experiences. I come and touch you. I just blow into your eye. You can see again. Ray Charles ain't see it. This be the first time Ray Charles ever see things in his life come across me. And God put it in my heart. And he do now you can see. For real, for real. For real. Paralyzed, just be able to run a marathon. I'm talking about being paralyzed from the freaking waist down or the neck down. And just God come in that room with me and allow me to touch them. They'll get up dancing for real. Get up dancing. Run through the whole hospital. For real. Thanking God, rejoicing. God. God goodness. God goodness. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do. I want to do stuff like that. Who don't? That's stuff I want to do. While everybody else, like when a lot of people just want to go and kick a dough in and take some money. People want to sell drugs. People want to sell drugs. People want to go and hurt somebody or shoot somebody. People want to wake up and want to do harm to people. People wake up and want to be on that bullshit. But me, I wake up and I want to. I want's different. I wake up and I want to, for real. Just allow God to just do everything that he want to do for the people through me in my life. If that's put you in a new house, that put you in a new car, if that's to be able to heal you and see you paralyzed and now you walking and he wants you walking. He said you're paralyzed, your days being paralyzed are over. Touch me. I'm gonna touch you. Yeah, I want to see God do that through my eyes and through my life. I want to sit here and watch God do that through my life. First seat, I got front row seat to what God doing in my life. Front row seat. And so do even yours. You got front row seat to watch what God do with your life. Sit back and enjoy the ride. All right, man, KC.